Now, time to welcome in Erica Davis, our resident sports betting analyst for Easy Money with E. And we have wrapped up short track racing for a little while, and we're headed to Texas Motor Speedway. So, Erica, how are you feeling after Martinsville?
Kim, I'm feeling like we need to be a little bit more conservative this week because we were a little bit spicy with our bets, a little bit free with our bankroll last week, but now it's time to be more conservative, rein it in, recoup some of those losses.
Okay, so we're not going to sprinkle as much money around as liberally as we have. So with that, let's start with E's top threes, the drivers you think have the best shot at finishing top three at Texas.
Yep. So my top three drivers odds that I like this week are Hamlin, Byron, Brad Keselowski, and Noah Gragson. Let's start off with Hamlin. Hamlin at plus 190, where a $10 bet wins you a total of $29. I want to do a little cross-sport explainer here, if you will. I want to take, let's say, the NBA's Denver Nuggets. If you have backed the NBA's Denver Nuggets all year long, then your bankroll is up. And this is just backing them on the money line. So my comparison is that similar to Denny Hamlin, you can probably back him in some market every week and find value, whether it's top 3, top 5, top 10, top 15, to be the best driver in his manufacturer's car, to win a head-to-head. So I know it's not always sexy to talk about Hamlin week in, week out, but I feel like he's a safe bet. So he's my first one. And then Byron at plus 200, where a $10 bet wins you a total of $30. He's got the hot hand this season. He's won 3 races of the 8. So Byron plus 200, sprinkle a little cash on him as well.
Okay, you also had Brad Keselowski and Noah Gragson in your top 3 lineup. You know, I'm not saying they can't finish top 3, but typically I would probably think of them as a top 10. Why are they in your top 3s for this weekend?
Well, you got a good point, because honestly, Kim, I really prefer Keselowski and Gragson in the top 10 drivers odds spot, but the books haven't really shown us the love yet this week. Since we got top 3 odds, let's go ahead and throw a little bit of money on Brad Keselowski at plus 800, where a $10 bet wins you a total of $90. I like him preferably in a top 10 spot, but because we don't have it yet, top 3. And then same for Gragson. He actually finished 6th at Vegas earlier this year, and these two tracks are similar in the fact that they're traditional mile and a half. So plus 1,200, $10 bet wins you a total of $130 if by some chance Gragson finishes in the top 3.
All right, don't forget, you can shop around later in the week. Maybe the books will continue to add some things. For now, though, let's look at head-to-head bets for the weekend.
Yes, I want to dive into my first head-to-head, which is Bubba Wallace versus Tyler Reddick, where Bubba's plus money at 135. Tyler is minus 185, and if I'm going to go with Reddick at minus 185, where a $10 bet wins you a total of $15.41. You're not going to be laughing all the way to the bank, but it's a safer bet. So that's what I'm going to go with here in this spot. And it was very, very hard for me because I feel like this is a coin flip. And you guys know I prefer to go with the plus money driver when it makes sense. So going with Reddick here, Kim, what would you go here?
This is so hard. Like you said, a coin flip. Either of them could beat the other. You know, Reddick's won at Texas before. Bubba almost won last year. If we're going, though, off momentum, Bubba had a top 5 finish at Martinsville. I'm going to say he kind of parlays that into a great finish at Texas.
I like that. We'll see who ends up being right this week for that head-to-head. And then we got my second head-to-head, which is Byron versus Larson. Larson's minus 150. Again, Byron's plus money. This was another coin flip in my mind. But Larson, if you look at all the different books, he is favored as the outright winner. He's favored in several of the head-to-heads. He's also favored to win a few groups. So not that the sports books have our best interest at heart, but if they think that Larson is hot this week, that he's the favorite in many of his markets, then who am I to argue? Larson minus 150, a $10 bet wins you $16.67. That's who I'm taking. What about you, Kim?
If I'm sticking with the momentum theme, I picked Bubba because of the momentum. I got to pick William. He won at Martinsville. He also is the most recent winner at Texas. But you literally have what I think are the 2 hardest head-to-head matchups that I probably could have guessed. Well, as usual, Erica, thank you so much for the insight. We always appreciate it. And we can't wait to see your picks for Talladega next week.